Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. In this video I will show you how some high-paid government employees who don't say anything but make a lot of money act in front of the Senate Appropriations Committee, which held a hearing on Department of Energy budget. So I have the guy in charge of the Department of Energy, or one expert right there. He's going to be asked a few questions by Senator Kennedy. And I would play this video for you and I will comment on it so you can see how people made careers of not saying anything meaningful, but only general ideas. I met this kind of people. Actually, I had a friend like that until one day when I had enough. When they talk in general terms, but not the details. Why? Because details are supposed to help you reach a conclusion, but they reach a conclusion without getting the information. Why? Because that's ideology. So let me show you this video and pay attention at the question asked, the exact question, the clear question, and the non-answer he gives. And he's supposed to know. As an extra, when you are planning on building a house or working on a project, you calculate first, right? The costs and the benefits. You should know that. You don't engage in some activity without knowing the costs and the benefit. So when you do something, you do it for a reason and you see if that makes sense to you. If it's in your own interest. If the cost is greater than the benefit, then right? So let's start with this video right here.
Mr. Secretary, thanks for being here. I want to tap your expertise for a moment. Give me your best estimate, just an estimate I know, of how soon you think the United States of America will be carbon neutral.
So I think, according to the climate scientists around the world, and certainly the cutting-edge scientists that we need to rely on here in the U.S., we've got to get carbon neutral by 2050, and I'm very comfortable with that target, and I think that's the appropriate target.
By 2050.
Which is only 27 years. That is not a long time away.
And how much will that cost?
So the cost that I focus on even more is all the costs that are going to happen if we don't get our act together.
So he asked the cost, and he said, I even more matter in value in how much I'm gonna build a house, how much it will cost. And then when I'm focusing is gonna give you shelter. Yeah, but how much is gonna cost? Because if it's $3 billion for a two-room house, I'm not gonna invest in that. I will find something else, a different version, go to an apartment, stay in a tent. I don't have the money. You know what I mean? He asked how much, and the guy switched from the answering the question into what I focus more is, not, but it was not a question, buddy. And he's not gonna, just so you know, he's not gonna give you a number in any instance. The only thing he said, we have the projected date. Nothing else you're gonna hear from that weasel. He's like, honey, we're going to build a house in 3 days. All right, how much? For how? What's going to be the benefit? Why should I help you, my friend? All right, let's move on.
Get us carbon neutral.
It's going to cost trillions of dollars, and it'll cost tens of trillions of dollars if we don't get our act.
Trillions of dollars. And it's going to cost us even more if we don't. Trillions. 2 trillions, 3,000 trillions. I'm just playing idiot here. He's not going to say it. He's using scare tactic.
How many trillions?
I don't have the estimate or the numbers in front of me. I've seen a variety of different estimates, but it's a large amount. Fundamentally transforming our energy economy is a big deal.
Tell me the estimates that you've...
See, he's more transforming. Yeah, nice words. How much? He doesn't have the estimate in front of him, but he comes in front of the commission. You go and ask for some money, but you don't know how much it's going to cost. It's like you come and ask, I would like to have this amount of money for this policy implemented, but you don't have it already set how much the project will be. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. You try to do that on your own, and go and ask for some money or ask for something and say, well, I'm not going to tell you what the benefits are. I don't know how much the project will be, but it's trillions, more, many, but the benefits will be great. No. I would like you to focus also on that guy's face when he's pushed by Kennedy, Senator Kennedy, on and on. Look how and those guys are in charge of departments, over 330 million people country with nuclear weapons. And that guy is in charge of the energy. So you look at his face, he's all scared like a weasel. He shouldn't be over there. He's not a leader. He's a follower.
Our energy economy is a big deal.
Tell me the estimates that you've seen.
I don't have those numbers right on hand.
So you're advocating that we become carbon neutral, but you don't know how much it's going to cost.
So there's an awful lot of estimates out there. It depends on technology improvement and other kinds of things.
You're the expert.
I know with
how much it's going to cost.
I know with the certainty of all the experts I've spoken about, it's cheaper to get our act together than it is to not get our act together on climate change.
He's talking in general stuff. Is deputy secretary, whatever. He's not giving us a number. He's talking he made a career like that. I met this kind of people. And you ask them a concrete question, exact question that requires an exact number, or there's an estimate, not even an estimate. These are the guys in charge. These guys.
It is to not get our act together on climate change.
Okay, then tell me the cost versus the cost if we don't do it.
I think it's orders of magnitude different. If we
I
don't
know
get our
that,
act
but
together, it's
you don't have a cost. You want us to get there, but you can't tell the American taxpayer how much it's going to cost. Is that your testimony?
It's going to save us money, and there's a lot of jobs.
Well, how do we know if you don't know how much it's going to cost?
I'd be happy to pull up the latest numbers that I've seen.
How about $50 trillion? Is that right?
It's going to cost trillions of dollars. There's no doubt about it.
Okay.
Trillions.
If we spend trillions of dollars and we achieve, some of your colleagues estimate 50 trillion, and it disappoints me that you're not willing to give the estimates. I hope you're not telling me you have no idea how much it's going to cost. That creates a whole new host of problems. But if it costs $50 trillion, as some of your colleagues have testified, to become carbon neutral by 2050, and I'm all for carbon neutrality, by the way, how much is that going to lower world temperatures? Or how much is that going to reduce the increase in world temperatures?
So every country around the world needs to get its act together. Our emissions are about 13% of global emissions.
Yeah, but if you could answer my question, if we spend $50 trillion to become carbon neutral in the United States of America by 2050.
How many
You're
degrees?
the Deputy Secretary of Energy. Give me your estimate of how much that is going to reduce world temperatures.
So first of all, it's a net cost. It's what benefits we're having from getting our act together and reducing all of those climate benefits.
I heard about getting our act together like 50 times already from this deputy secretary, the expert, getting our act together.
Ask again, maybe I'm not being clear. If we spent $50 trillion to become carbon neutral by 2050 in the United States of America, how much is that going to reduce world temperatures?
This is a global problem, so we need to reduce our emissions and we need to do everything we can.
How much, if we do our part, is it going to reduce world temperatures?
So we're 13% of global emissions.
You don't know, do you? You don't know, do you?
You can do the math. We need to.
You don't know, do you, Mr. Secretary?
So we're 13% of global emissions.
If you know, why won't you tell me?
If we went to zero, that would be 13%.
You don't know, do you? You just want us to spend $50 trillion, and you don't have the slightest idea whether it's going to reduce world temperatures. Now, I'm all for carbon neutrality, but you're the Deputy Secretary of the Department of Energy, and you're advocating we spend trillions of dollars to seek carbon neutrality, and you can't, and this isn't your money or my money, it's taxpayer money, and you can't tell me how much it's going to lower world temperatures?
There,
Or you won't tell me? You know, but you won't?
in my heart of hearts, there is no way the world gets its act together on climate change unless the U.S. leads.
Tell me how much it's
The
going
US
to
needs to
reduce.
lead.
You can't tell me. Either that or you won't.
We're
And
13%,
that's
15%
that
roughly
the
of
President
global
of the
emissions.
United States needs. I've still got a few seconds. I got 22 seconds. I'm going to use them a different way. Mr. Secretary, shaming you for not answering my questions.
Now he's going to ask questions to the other ones on the panel in front of him, a different kind of question. He's done with this guy. Now you saw this guy, if we don't get our act together, we need trillions, the benefits will be great. If we don't do it now, it's going to be worse, but you don't know how it's going to be, but how lower will be dropping the temperatures if we implement this. We don't know. This guy, my friends, this guy. Did you see his body language? Look at his facial expression. Look at how he's tensed. Why are you tensed, buddy? You have nothing to hide. If you know that you are advocating for something that you already have all the groundwork done, why are you scared? That means he's not actually advocating, as a sincere guy over there. And it's not only him, but he made a career. He was appointed on that job. He got that job like that, for that. Now, you tell me about the system here. How that guy was able to get in that position, through what kind of qualities that we are taught since infancy, that you have to be sincere, honest, strong, help others, pull together, all these things, intervene and that guy got over there with that attitude. That tells me that the methods of selecting the leaders are not the ones that actually were taught. Therefore, they handicap us. They handicap all of us, so these guys can get ahead of us. Not because they're smarter, but they use different attributes that we are taught they're bad. Therefore, we should not train. So someone tells you, okay, train for this block, and then hit with the elbow. Okay, bam, boom. But they don't tell you that. They say, that's bad. When someone punches you, don't block like this and use your elbow. That's bad. No, that's bad. Use this. When someone punches you, you do like this. All right? That's the best way you do it. This is the way these guys treat us. But they on the other hand, figure out that actually this is the right move. The one that the government, the schools, these guys tell us, no, don't lie. No, don't break the law. Don't do this. Stay in line because it's order and we're civilized. But this guy did not apply those kind of rules, did he? Look at his answers. Does he tell the truth? Does he know the truth? He either knows it, but he won't tell it. Why? Or he doesn't know it. I don't think he knows it. That's what my 99% indicates to me in my little medal here. So these are the people. And don't think that this is in 1 out of 3 million over there. I watched this guy, Kennedy, and others interviewing, asking questions. And usually I have 3 of them. Kennedy, Ted Cruz, and then Hawley. All 3 senators. These three things, these 3 guys, if you watch them smacking these appointees to be, and it's not appointees, it's a hearing on Department of Energy budget, you're going to be surprised what kind of people are sent forward, nominated to be, confirmed by the committees and so on. It's unbelievable. And then you wonder why this society goes as it goes. With the right people, would go 10 times better than we are right now. We are good, but it could have been 10 times better. That's why when you see in Hollywood certain actors with certain connections and certain, belonging to certain groups, they say, well, they're good. Yeah, they're good. But I guarantee you they pushed away others that were 10 times better. So what you see on movies, you see actors that are okay, some of them. You remember, some of those guys that are okay or good actors took the place, put aside people 10 times better. So we watch something 10 times worse that otherwise we would have watched if that would be based on meritocracy. The same here. These guys that are appointed or pushed to be, how should I put it, appointed, confirmed, these guys are mediocrities. So these guys, when they get obviously put in the office, confirmed, because the certain party has a majority and therefore in the hearing they will vote for, when these guys go over there, they're going to be mediocrities. 10 times worse than the real deal that you should have through the rules that were implemented since we're kids. Meritocracy, equality of opportunity. No. So again, that guy is one of, he's not the exception. He's not the exception. Why? Look at people in the government and you can take them one by one, the ones that you hear about every day. Mayorkas, you can FBI, CIA chiefs, you can look at the elected officials if you want, you look at the so-called advisors to the president, you look at the military, Lloyd Austin and the other guy that now there are two of them. If something starts, you and I will get a Haiti treatment, things like this. Those guys, you think those guys are geniuses? From 0 to 10, I give them between 3 and 4. Where are the guys at 9 and 10 in the meritocracy? Where are they? They're the guys who followed the rules since infancy. Follow the rules, be nice, be sincere, be right? I think so. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.